Trials of Mana. Mana. My name is Sage Blake. I'm a wanderer, storyteller, artist immature, and I have quite a bit of history with the Mana series, you wouldn't believe.
Trials of Mana.
If you remember, at some point earlier last year, I ended up playing through the initial demo of Trials of Mana, and I wanted so desperately to find a copy of the game, just so I could, properly continue it. I never got the chance to, specifically because I was chokehold money-wise. Wasn't much I could do, and by the time that there was something I could do, I
Trials of Mana
couldn't buy the game because it was just way too pricey for me to drop $60. Actually, no, sorry, $50 onto this game. As you'll see here, technically I have 3 files. There's a reason for this, and that's because while I was playing the demo, I specifically looked at this first file here with these 3 characters for Prepper, preview purview. Then I played through the demo a second time on stream because I just loved it that much, and I ended up picking the other 3 characters for this specific file, the second one here. The problem is, by the time I completed it, I never got to display the 3rd character in action, so I ended up having to make a 3rd file just so I could show that off. Here's the thing. I was considering, trying to do this again. Trying to, resume from where I left off in the demo, but honestly, I feel like I should just start anew. Specifically because of a few things. One, I am going to be playing this on hard mode. That's not going to be the issue, really, but I'm effectively going to have to play through this game twice in a row. Maybe even 3 times, specifically because of how this game is structured. I'll get into the details as we go along, but just know that when we get to that second playthrough, there's actually a difficulty higher than hard. We might be playing on that difficulty. And to that end, I haven't done too much research on the characters and their strengths and weaknesses, but I am going to be doing a team, because I'm going to be using, for the first playthrough, a team that is specifically...
I am Reese. It is a pleasure to make your acquaintance.
Reese? For her support and because I like Lancers.
Kevin, that's me.
Because he's going to be our frontliner. And for our 3rd character... I have honestly no idea at this rate. Because, Charlotte's technically the healer. But I have a feeling that when we get to the harder than hard difficulty, we're gonna need her. So I want to save her for then. I wasn't all too impressed with Hawkeye and his abilities, honestly, so he might be our last character. Duran is a complete NG because he's a frontliner, and the other party's gonna need that. Yeah, you know what? We're taking Hawkeye.
The name's Hawkeye, renowned thief from Navarre.
There we go, so we have our party. Reese, Kevin, and Hawkeye. We will not be able to change characters after this point. The 3 characters you pick are your entire party for the entirety of the game, and this does
As was her
drastically
daily
affect the
routine,
story.
Reese princess of Laurent, the Kingdom of Wind, was performing her duties as captain of the Amazon Guard.
I will take care of it. Observe! Captain Reese, please be careful.
She'll be fine.
I will not allow monsters to upset the peace of Laurent.
There are 4 specific buttons that you need to pay attention to when fighting this game. You have a weak attack button, a strong attack button, an evade button, and a jump button. By combining buttons together, you can perform a multitude of different attacks and attack strings, each with their own effectiveness. At that, charged attacks existed as well. Charged attacks can deal a lot of damage to a target and build up a CS gauge really quickly. That way, you can perform class skills. Of course, the charged attack does take a bit to wind up, and if you whiff it, there
It
goes
is as
your
I
bonus.
feared. The monster population has increased. And I can feel it. The haunting cries of the wind.
There are other actions that we could perform, but in order to get to those, we're gonna need more party members.
The mountainous kingdom of Laurent. Atop the crags and treacherous terrain sat the formidable, impenetrable Citadel Laurent. Thanks to its elite guard of Amazonian fighters, enemy forces had never managed to breach the Citadel defenses. Until...
today.
Now then, it is time for my brother's training. Where has Elliot run off to?
He's somewhere. We'll find him. You also might notice something else that's a bit peculiar, and there's a specific reason for it. The music that's playing currently. Let's see if I can't play. Open up an options menu, maybe? Oh well. Just, for the sake of the hard mode playthrough, we're going to be using the retro soundtrack. There is a full symphonic, orchestrated soundtrack for this entire game. However, I figure it'd be best to show that off on the playthrough where I'm going to be dying the most. And let's see here. It's up to you, I guess? Okay, so just talk to a bunch of people.
Father, have you seen Elliot?
Interesting question for a blind man, but I sense his location. Give me a moment. He is not far. I assume he is still on the ground. I am certain you will find him if you search.
That boy, where could he be? He knows what time it is.
So we gotta find the little rascal. It won't take long, especially if I just use a little faster. Oh, right, I forgot. Dash. That's gonna be very useful. And put Elma. Now, I'm gonna make sure to try and find as many bits of swag and loot as I possibly can. Case in point. A Cup of Wishes. That's going to be incredibly useful. A Cup of Wishes is one of several items that you'll find throughout your adventures, and each and every item has their own specific use case. Cup of Wishes is your revival item. You don't get much better.
Alma, have you seen my brother recently?
Oh, how strange. I would have assumed that the young prince would be together with you, Your Highness. He hardly ever seems to leave your side after all. Prince Elliot never knew his dearly departed mother before she passed. But you have done an admirable job filling her shoes, Your Highness.
The Princess of Laurent had but one brother, Elliot. Their mother passed away just as the prince was born. She did not live to see her son. The young Reese would never forget the moment her mother slipped away, just as her dear little brother was brought into the world. All of Laurent mourned the queen's passing, but Reese only found peace alone on their sacred mountaintop. There she cried until the tears wouldn't come. Always a kind-hearted child, Reese swore to show her brother as much love and affection as she could to make up for the loss of their mother. She took on the responsibility of raising him as best as she could.
Mother. Elliot! Where are you?
Hey, young prince! Psst.
Huh?
Shh, hey. You're the prince of the Citadel, right? Wanna see something interesting, little boy?
No, he does not.
Ta-da! I just happen to be a wandering magician performing in these mountains. I'm here to show you some tricks, young prince. Look!
Rabbits! They're adorable! Don't touch them.
Feast your eyes on my multiplying trick. Ta-da!
Ooh, wow!
I have many more tricks up my sleeve. You know the passage under the Citadel? I can show you more tricks if you take me there. Come on, let's go, little prince.
The naive bastard. Like, seriously, of all things to fall for. But then again, the Mana series is known for having only slightly dark plots. It's like everything's all hunky-dory in the Mana universe, but its lows are disgustingly low. I mean that. Actually, while we're wandering around, I did mention that I have somewhat of a history with the Mana series. I have to date played, let's see, Sword of Mana, Secret of Mana. I've also touched Legend of Mana
Oh,
at
that
a cousin's
Elliot.
house when I was
He
with
knows
you.
it's time to train. Would he really have gone under the Citadel?
My sister owns a copy of Children of Mana, which some people consider as eh. Such, I get it, honestly. At that, people also consider Sword of Mana to be very terrible. But honestly, I never saw that. Maybe I was just lucky that I didn't encounter nearly as many glitches as most people did. That's probably the case.
Elliot! Where are you? Come on! Show me the tricks!
No need to rush, young prince. First things first. I'm Bill.
And I am called Ben.
Aw, I thought you said you multiplied yourself. Show me something good.
Never fear, never fear. We have a big surprise in store for you.
Come on, kid. I mean, Your Highness.
Huh?
I bet a smart boy like you knows what's in this room.
Of course I know. This is the room where we control the winds that protect Laurent. But
You know what? I have an idea. How about you turn off the wind with that key, huh? If you do, we can bring your mother back to you.
Bullshit.
With our super secret magic trick.
Don't you want to see her? If the wind wasn't so strong, she could come down from the heavens and sing.
Bullshit.
So how about you turn it off? For her sake.
my mother?
Bullshit.
I can see my mother?
Actually, technically, they're not wrong about that. You can
but
see her mother.
My sister
when he's
Reese
dead.
said I could never turn off the wind.
Oh, you poor child. Your sister is lying to you. She knows that our magic can bring your mother back, but she's trying to keep her all to herself. It's so unfair, don't you think?
What? No!
Hurry. Your sister might come and stop you at any moment.
And as if on cue.
See? Here she comes now.
If you don't stop the wind, you may never get another chance to see your mother.
He's a stupid little kid. You can't exactly blame him, but you can curse him.
Come on, kid. Ugh, just do it already.
Elliot! Who are you scoundrels? Step away from my brother!
We did it! Without the wind, this citadel isn't so...
The thieves of Navarre will take Citadel Laurent and make it the seat of our new nation. Think of it! We'll be stealing a castle. It'll be our last big raid. But what a way to go!
You're nothing but filthy spies!
You don't have time to fight us, Princess. How is your blind leader supposed to defend himself without his trusty captain of the guard?
No! Elliot! Wait! Reese!
Well, well, well. Look at that. Your sister left you here to save her own skin. She doesn't care about you at all. Now, come with us.
Manipulating little kids.
No, she wouldn't! Reese!
Shut up!
Wait, where's Elliot?
Put bluntly, manipulating little kids. And in the few moments that got done,
On!
the entire citadel got ruined.
Captain. Sleep spores. The spores spread throughout the citadel once the wind stopped.
Oh, while we're at it. I'll take a couple moments to explain Trials of Mana. Originally a Japanese title, last year Trials of Mana got a drastically updated re-release. And at that, a proper release as part of the Mana Collection.
Stay true!
Mana Collection can be bought on most consoles, and so can this game, actually. 10 Luther, but it's something. Traveling with Mana, compared to the other Mana games, is one of the more unique titles, specifically because of its branching pathway story. Depending on the characters that you pick, you experience different parts of the story at different times, and worse, some parts of the story you just never get to see, specifically because they're tied to specific characters. No other Mana game has done this except for this one. And technically, Legend of Mana tried to do that, and in some ways it succeeded and did its own thing as well.
Is that you?
I might
Please?
touch on that game when I buy a legitimate copy.
Father, please hold on.
Don't worry, he's dead. You'll never see him again.
Forgive me, Reese. The wind told me this day was approaching, but I was unable to stop it. The shift in mana has dulled my senses.
And now Elliot is gone.
I see that Elliot is no longer in the Citadel. The enemy has him. Please, Reese. You must get him back.
We'll try, we'll die.
Father! Father! No!
I do have a couple title cards prepped for this series already. Unfortunately, I have yet to finish them as of when I'm recording this. It'll probably be done by next week.
Burn to the ground! We've destroyed most of the enemy forces. I'll return to Navarro to report our success to FlameCon. Everyone, fall back for now!
The wind. And now the wind returns. Elliot, what do I do? Where should I go? My father
Not here.
has always said that the Priest of Light in Windle has answers for those in need. He will surely know what my next move should be.
Hopefully. We'll see.
Mother, I leave Father and our fallen countrymen to your care. Elliot is my responsibility. I wear my mother's ribbon with pride. May it protect me on my journey.
Citadel Laurent fell to the agents of Navarro. The princess found herself without a home, a father, and her only brother missing. She set out to find him.
Figure I should check that just in case. But yeah, aside from this very first chapter, up to the first boss, and when we finally get Lumina, aka Wisp, I know exactly what to expect in this game. Past then, this will be transitioning to a 100% blind playthrough. And then when we get to Nightmare difficulty, which is harder than hard mode, it will technically be not a blind playthrough anymore, but even then, we'll still kick my ass. Because this particular game has been receiving a few updates in places, just to help fine-tune things, fix bugs, that type of stuff. One update added the Nightmare difficulty, which is even harder than hard mode, and I'm not looking forward to it. It's going to absolutely thrash me. But until then... welcome to our first town of sorts.
Chad? Belongs to Ferolia. Don't resist, and we may spare you.
Good to know.
Ferolian forces have taken the town and closed the docks. Now my ship's stuck in the harbor until who knows when.
Don't worry, Bostonian. We'll solve this eventually.
Beastman guards have attacked the town. I will never reach Wendell at this rate. Elliot needs me. I must find a way out of this place as soon as possible.
While I'm at it, I should probably just look around, do some moving. Typical RPG fare. Because if I remember correctly... yep, there's a chest right there. I believe there are 2 or 3 chests I can loot in town, followed by some random drops in places. Case in point, one right there, medical herb. Hey, come on. I can loot the fountain for some coins. Not much, but every little bit of loot counts. Well, I'm at it. I believe the rest of the chests are within buildings. I could be wrong about that. No. Just do a bit of wandering. Can't do anything there. There. Oh! Mine. An item seed. We briefly popped into the inn, and you might have noticed for a brief moment what looked to be some type of place where you could put a flower. That's where item seeds are used. Specific to this game, item seeds can be planted in there, and after a time delay... actually, it's just immediate. You plant a seed, you get an item. This item that you get is almost random. Okay, there, and while we're at it, we can actually talk to one of
Hey,
our
it might not be my place to meddle, but you should stay inside when beastmen are around. Leave once it's dark instead. They pay less attention to little things like guard duty at night. I'm free until then, if you're looking for some company. Or not. Don't worry, I was joking. See?
Sure you were. Dick. Dick. Anyway. Actually, I need to talk to the person in there to advance plot, but until then... around the utility shop? No, and this dance is amazing! Just saying. Every single Mana game has... okay, not every single Mana game, but a good chunk of them have a dancing merchant. And it is a sad moment when dancing merchant doesn't exist. That's all I'm gonna say about the matter. Because dancing
humans during the day. But
dancing
at night,
merchant is life.
If you're trying to leave this, the whole lot of them tend to get together and...
I should lie low at the inn until dark, in order to make it past the guards unnoticed. I will find you, Elliot.
And on record, talking to any of the Beastmen will cause you to get whipped. Cutscene. Nothing more. And while we're at it, let's plant our first item. See what we get. Answer! A moon coin! And a Steam achievement. The more things you plant, the more the planter's level increases. The more the level increases, the better quality items you can get. The moon coin that we got, if I remember correctly, applies a positive status from Luna onto one of your allies. Either that or it, like, infuse the moon. Actually, come to think of it, I think I can double check that. Answer. Never mind. Decreases enemies' max HP. Huh, that's cool. As for the other items that we've gotten, medical herbs nullify status ailments. We'll get into those every time they occur. Chocolate, decent healing. Candy, meh healing, usually more common. There are a mess of other items that we could find in the game, but for now, this is it. Shoot, maybe I should have checked back at the other place with the other party member. Actually, then again, I think it's mandatory that one of the party members joins you at a certain point in the story. Welcome to the Rabbite Forest. Very first area in the game, and some of the enemies that we're going to be encountering are absolutely adorable. The Mana series is kind of well known for having some very adorable enemy designs. Case in point, Howlers. These little wolves usually hunt you in packs, they're not too terrible to deal with. Next up, Rabbite. Very well known in the Mana series, these adorable little critters are sometimes kept as pets in universe. Yeah, they can be domesticated. Would you want to? That's up to you. They are adorable. There are upgraded versions of them that we can encounter in the future. Pink variants that are called Rebellions, and I think there are also black variants too. I'm gonna be doing a lot of wanton looting, just so you know. Assassinate! These flyers can be somewhat annoying due to their propensity to be in the air more often than not. They're also one of the first enemies that you can encounter that can inflict the status ailment, that of poison. Poison will slowly tick down your HP the longer that you have the ailment. Make sure to get rid of it as soon as possible, or otherwise try to resist it, for it's a lot of trouble. Free cash. I'm gonna be finding a whole bunch of pots scattered about. I believe orange ones can give you money? I don't remember off the top of my head. Green ones here will restore your HP. There are also variants that restore your mana and also give you CP. While we're at it, should probably eventually. Just for the sake of it, really. Because I don't remember if this particular game is one where spamming your attack a whole bunch will improve it. In some Mana games, that does happen.
Stay true!
That takes care of the rabbit. Or not. Sorry, little guy. I don't know what you get for messing with me, though. There is a day and night system within this game, so make sure to keep mind to it. Certain enemies will only spawn at certain points of the day. Yeah, you know what? Just save it onto file 3. I'll try to rotate, we'll see. That's that. I'm not sure if I can do like some leader of each. Oh, there's something here. Wonderful. Stardust Herb. Stardust Herb is a specific item that correctly removes all stat changes. Sometimes enemies can like debuff your attack power, your agility, etc., etc. This is for those instances. Lakeside Town, Astoria, and Jazz. Okay. Thought there might be a few things here. Item C, that's gonna be useful. And from the chest, we've got the Luger. Easy candy. And over here, we have the introduction of another staple enemy within the series, mushrooms. There are variants of mushrooms that can exist, but for now at least, the ones that we can find will inflict sleep. A slumbering unit is pretty much open for attacks. I think that they're a little more susceptible to crits. Don't quote me. Regardless, you'll usually find mushrooms in well-forested areas.